Imagine walking through Belfast.
To the beginning of the 19th century, you see a city that has not yet become what it will be known as. It is unfinished. It is constantly changing. Belfast in the 1800s is a city of movement. Buildings appear quickly. Streets lengthen. Neighborhoods become denser. Architecture here is not decoration or a symbol of power. It is a tool for growth. We begin our walk slowly. We look not at dates and events, but at forms, materials, and space. At how the city looks and why it looks the way it does. Any walk through Belfast in the 19th century begins by the River Lagan. The river is not a border or landscape. It is the foundation of the city's existence. Warehouses, wharves, and workshops line its banks. The buildings here are squat, elongated. Their facades are almost devoid of decoration. The materials are simple and reliable. Stone, dark brick, solid wood. Windows are small, often high up. Doors are wide, designed for cargo, not people. This architecture speaks directly and honestly. It is built for work. From the river, we move deeper into the city. The streets here are straight and narrow. The houses are densely packed, almost next to each other. There is little open space. Land is at a premium. Many buildings are multifunctional. The ground floor houses a shop, warehouse, or workshop. Above that, housing. The facades are simple. Smooth brickwork, sparse stone elements, minimal decoration. This is an architecture of necessity. Belfast is growing too quickly to care about appearances. In the first half of the 19th century, the city faced an influx of people. Workers, artisans, dock workers. Everyone needs housing and space. Buildings are erected quickly, often according to repeating patterns. Identical windows, identical floor heights, identical facades. This is where Belfast's visual austerity emerges, not as a style, but as a consequence of pace. Gradually, Belfast begins to build a structure. Donegal Street becomes one of the city's main streets. A different approach is felt here. The street is wider. Buildings are taller. The facades are lined. Brick becomes neater. Hewn stone appears. Windows are larger and more symmetrical. This is a space of order. The city begins to understand itself and shape its center. On Donegal Street, facades begin to play a role. They are still restrained, but they reveal intention, symmetry, window rhythm, emphasized entrances. Buildings here are meant to inspire confidence. Their purpose is to convey stability and reliability. This is no longer just construction. It is an urban statement. By the mid-19th century, we reached Donegal Place. This was one of the most orderly streets in Belfast at that time. Wide, straight, visually coherent. Buildings here are constructed with consideration. Uniform height, calibrated proportions, neat stonework. On the lower floors are shops and offices. Above are offices and residential spaces. Donegal Place shows that Belfast want to appear confident and modern, but without luxury. People move along these streets. Merchants, workers, employees. People are part of the architecture here. The width of streets determines flows. The height of buildings determines shadow and light. Building density determines noise and movement. The city shapes everyday life. And everyday life reinforces architectural decisions. But this is only the surface of 19th century Belfast. Behind the main streets are hidden, narrow passages, courtyards, industrial areas, workers' residential quarters. This is where we will head next. In the second part of the walk, we will see the true scale of the city, its industrial architecture, docks, shipyards, and the daily lives of the people within these spaces. Leaving the main streets behind, we turn deeper into the neighborhoods. Here, Belfast looks different. The streets narrow. Light becomes a rare guest. Narrow passages, stone corridors, inner courtyards hidden from the main routes appear between buildings. Uneven stone pavement appears beneath our feet. High brick walls surround us. The sound of footsteps is amplified by the echo. These spaces are not intended for walking. They exist for the movement of goods, for short meetings, for work. This is the inner workings of the city. In many 19th century neighborhoods, one can see enclosed courtyards. Outside, a strict facade. Inside, a workspace. Wagons are unloaded here. Materials are stored. Raw materials are processed. The architecture of the courtyards is simple. Straight walls, minimum windows, functional gates. Each element is designed to withstand daily wear and tear. The city works even where it's invisible. The closer we get to the docks, the more the scale of the architecture changes. The buildings become lower, but more massive. Their width increases. The proportions cease to be urban. Hey, Belfast ceases to be a street and becomes an industrial landscape. The docks and shipyard are the heart of Belfast in the second half of the 19th century. The architecture here is severe and straightforward. Huge hangars, long warehouse buildings, open production areas. Materials dominate. Brick, iron, wood. Decoration is completely absent. Form follows function. The buildings here make no secret of their purpose. They honestly show their purpose. The shipyard shape not only the economy, but also the visual appearance of the city. Cranes tower over the buildings. The skeletons of ships are visible from afar. The city is filled with verticals of metal and wood. Architecture is no longer focused on people. It is focused on scale. Here, people seem small, and the city seems vast and demanding. From industrial areas, we return to residential streets. The working-class neighborhoods of 19th century Belfast are rows of identical houses, stretched along straight streets. Houses, 2- or 3-story, with small windows, with minimal distance between facades. The architecture here is repeated again and again. It's not a style, it's a necessity. The city needs to accommodate people quickly. Life extends beyond the buildings. Doors are open. People stand at the thresholds. Children play right in the street. Architecture sets the rhythm. A narrow street amplifies noise. Dense buildings create a sense of constant movement. There is no privacy here, but there is a sense of community. The inhabitants of 19th century Belfast exist within the architecture, not alongside it. Buildings determine where to work, where to live, how to get around. The city dictates the pace of life. Architecture fosters endurance, a habit of routine, an ability to exist in cramped and noisy spaces. Belfast shapes the character of its residents. In the same city, we find orderly central streets, chaotic industrial zones, cramped residential neighborhoods. Architecture reflects these contrasts. Belfast doesn't try to be uniform and smooth. It honestly reveals its layers. By the end of the 19th century, Belfast is still under construction. Many buildings look temporary, but they stand for decades. Streets continue to lengthen. Neighborhoods become denser. The city grows without ceasing. Architecture doesn't have time to become beautiful. It remains a work in progress. We're finishing our walk through 19th century Belfast. We saw the river and the docks, industrial buildings, main streets, working-class neighborhoods. This city wasn't built to impress. It was built for survival, growth, and work. Belfast in the 1800s is a city of brick, iron, and labor, a city that doesn't yet know what it will become in the future, but already has a clear and recognizable character. This is what Belfast looked like in the 19th century. A city in the making, a city shaped by architecture and the people within it. Which city should we make the next video about? Let us know in the comments.